Hey YouTube, this is Eric. Going to be doing a review today on Galaxy Force or Cybertron, Voyager, Starscream. Now this is the Galaxy Force version because the Cybertron version of the Voyager Starscream only came in a 2-pack with Vector Prime, and that version was really red. I mean, it was red almost all over, red and maroon, and he just did a spin for you guys. Wasn't that cool? Whereas the Galaxy Force version was closer to the color scheme of the cartoon, which really does look a whole lot better than being maroon and red. This is kind of more traditional Starscream colors, not 100% traditional Starscream colors, but I mean it's closer to the character model. And this guy is almost an exact representation of the leader class, or the supreme class, I should say, Cybertron Starscream, which was freaking huge. I kind of like this guy better though because he's a Voyager size. He's not huge. He displays pretty easily, and you know it's Starscream. How can you not like Starscream? And if you know me, I'm a big Starscream fan. He does have a typical Starscream face with the exhaust on both sides. This is based on his what is it, War Within? Yeah, the War Within series. He's a little bit bulkier than he was on War Within. But, you know, it's Cybertron just based the model on War Within. He's not the most articulated Transformer you'll ever have. He moves right here, up, around, and they just kind of go in and out. And that's about as far as articulation goes. He can move his head, but it doesn't make much sense because, you know, I'm sure he can't see that well out the corner of his eyes from these two huge exhaust pipes and his big ass arms. But you know, other than that, I mean, it's a good figure. I like him. I like the color scheme a lot. This is his gun, which does come with a missile. I took the missile out because if you look at it wrong, it shoots out across the room. So I'd rather just put it up so I can have it but not have it displayed. So this is his gun. I'll put it to the side. Here he is with Armada Starscream, and they're about the same size, but you can, and you know, they're even similar in color schemes, even though I prefer this one more because it has more gray, whereas this is more red. Their head sculpts are kind of similar. You can kind of see he's kind of happy, whereas he's kind of not so happy. But other than that, I think they display well together. But yeah, come on, really? I mean, this Starscream kind of has a backpack hanging off, but it is not nearly as much as this. At least they try to do something with this. But of course, they let the gimmick get in the way with the whole cyber key thing. And I'll get to that next. Let me just get Armada Starscream out of the way. You pull this out. Alright. Let me show you. Alright, so, you know, as a Cybertron figure, you have to have a gimmick. So you take this, and I really like the key that came with him. It's clear with the Decepticon logo. You plug it in there, and when you plug it in, there you go. He has two swords that look really nice. Not sure how useful they'd be, but I mean, he has two swords. All right, cool. Starscream, starting with Armada, became synonymous with swords because Armada one had a big ass sword from his wing, and Energon had a big ass sword and a big ass gun. So I don't know what their fascination is with having Starscream have swords instead of a null cannon, but I like to pretend those are his null cannons. Alright, so as for transformation, really not hard at all. He doesn't even really hide his head. Let's see if I can remember. Alright, you take this top part and fold it up kind of like that. Get these to snap on together. Similar to the War Within mold, the titanium, these go behind his back. Well, behind his shoulders, I guess. And looks kind of painful. Also similar to the War of Cybertron, his feet become his nose cone. So let's get these points out. It kind of looks like he has like those little elf shoes or whatever. Alright, get his pointed little feet out, which these are made of rubber. Kind of hard rubber though, so you don't have to worry about them what they call losing their shape or whatever. All right. Let's get this. Push that in. Turn to the side. And this is very similar to the titanium mode. Push his feet in together and close it up. Alright. Everything's tight. Get his arms straightened out. And I believe that's it. Yep. There we go. So this is Cybertron Starscream in his jet mode, which you know, looks really good. It's supposed to be a Cybertronian jet, which I guess we let go. This is again inspired by his War Within model, kind of like the pyramid planes, I think they called them. It looks good though. It looks futuristic, but it looks like it could believably fly, even though it's kind of bulky. Or maybe that's just me being a naive Starscream fan. A lot of details. He has little guns right here. You can see his head, but it's kind of hidden well enough to where you won't really notice it too much, and it kind of blends in. The cyber key gimmick. Oh, before I get to that, his gun can be stored underneath here. I have it backwards. Alright, can be stored right there. And the missile would be jutting out. But, you know, whatever. The cyber key gimmick works, although it makes even less sense to have two blades on a plane. So if you want to pretend those are guns, that'll probably help. But it makes no sense whatsoever to have blades on a plane that has guns on the front already. As for size, he's basic Voyager. I mean, he has no electronics, so he is a Voyager, not an Ultra. So, just a tad bit bigger than Hunt for the Decepticons. Hunt for the Decepticons Sea Spray had a quick brain fart. But height-wise, you know, they're probably about the same. No, actually, Sea Spray is small, so they're not about the same. Yeah, that's about it for this figure. He's a really good figure. I love the color scheme a whole lot more than the Cybertron version. The only problem is that the Galaxy Force version is pretty expensive, because I'm guessing a lot of fans feel the same way I do. He'll run you maybe 80 bucks, something like that. I got him a couple of years ago though, so I didn't have to pay that much for him. I think he's a little bit more expensive now. It looks really good, displays really well in either mode. But I'd rather him in the robot mode, just for the head sculpt alone. So, that's about it. I would strongly suggest that you get this guy instead of the Cybertron version, because, man, that maroon looks like shit. This is a much better paint scheme. And like I've said before, it's amazing how much difference a paint scheme can make. So, I like it a lot. Highly recommended. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Starscream fan, because I can admit when Starscream looks like shit. That's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and as usual, peace.